Here we go.
If I can't teach you one way, I'll teach you another. But I'm gonna get the job done.
Love it.
Literally 12:45 a.m.
We're burning daylight. You better start packing a handgun.
PapaBearAlaska. Oh, you like that? I don't get tired of that video. I hope you guys don't get tired of it. If you get tired of it, just, well, I'm probably going to play it anyway because I like it. I'll be the only one in here watching it, and I just keep watching it over and over. So hope you enjoyed that. Today's show is all about outdoor life. And Eric, are you with me yet? And Eric, I was going to, there you are. All right, you're in here. You've been in here for a while. Let's go ahead and invite Eric in. So, Lexi, I've never done it before, but how would I bring Eric in as a co-host? Is that different than inviting him as a guest? Is there some trickery in that? But it would be really cool. Nope, same thing. No, up here, Nature Scoper. He's near at the top. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we didn't get to do a test run ahead of time, so that is my fault. So if we have any kind of glitches on Eric's end, it is the fault of PapaBearAlaska, not of Eric. He was ready and willing. And I saw that you did a Periscope and I missed out. All right, so we're going to test the audio here. Go ahead and talk.
Hey, can you hear me?
I got you.
All right.
I got you. I got you. Can you slide this whole frame all the way over a little bit? And I can see a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All righty, Eric, thanks so much for joining me. Tell everybody where you're at right now.
Oh, I'm Eric. I got up here a couple years ago. Let me try to fit this just a little bit more this direction. Try to get it. There we go. A little bit set up here. I'm new to this setup here. It's a little.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
There we go. That's good. Okay, my name's Eric. I met Papa Bear a couple years ago. He was one of the first people I watched on live streaming. So, and I've been in Alaska, and it's just totally amazing the stuff that's up there you get to see. And Papa Bear brings that to you every broadcast, whether it's on Instagram, Periscope, all the different platforms.
There's a lot to show in Alaska, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. I spend a lot of time outdoors, whether it's pretty much every day.
Right.
Whether it's fishing, hunting, it's always something. So,
wow, that's awesome.
Every day, pretty much.
Now tell people where you're at right now. What your location on the planet is.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Tell everybody where you're at right now. Your location.
Okay, I'm about 40 miles north of Pittsburgh, near town Newcastle, Pennsylvania. It's about 22,000 people. So it's about 20 minutes from the Ohio state line.
Okay. So about 22,000 people. We're here in North Pole with 2,200 people.
Yeah, exactly. It's not much bigger. I was up there a couple years ago. Yeah, it's not much bigger at all. Unbelievable to see that. We were flying in a plane and there's nothing there. You know, there's just woods and water. It's totally amazing.
Now you're coming up here to Alaska soon?
Yeah, in 2 months.
In 2 months. So what do you know the dates yet? You'll have to
No, I don't. My nephew's he's living up there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna visit with him also. He actually just called a little while ago, but
okay. Well, we'll have to coordinate.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to connect in person and do some live streaming together. That would be a lot of fun. But today's show,
yeah, definitely.
I thought of you because you love the outdoors.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I'm outside pretty much every day.
Yeah. Just a few days ago, you were out on the 4-wheeler going through the snow, and that's my kind of broadcast. That's my kind of thing. And
definitely.
When this platform is able to go mobile, Lexi, I'm going to be all over it because I like that. I enjoy this because it gets my face in front of people and I get to talk to them. But definitely going mobile is kind of my thing. So
this is an awesome platform. I really liked it.
It really is. Go ahead and prep the first thing that we're going to do there. But could you go ahead and tell people from your perspective, like what outdoor life is in your part of the world, the kind of things that you do, maybe in generalization, but also the kind of critters you come in contact with and things like that?
Yeah, well, I live on a farm. This part of Pennsylvania is a mix between forest. There's a lot of forest and a lot of farmlands. So it's a good mixture. To the south, it's Pittsburgh. Like it's about 40 miles from here. So I grew up in the woods pretty much since I was wee high. I was always out in the woods, on the water, whether it was boating, ice skating, always outside. Turkey hunting, deer hunting, small game hunting, fishing, just always outside. And just out there, whether it was in a tree stand or if it was in a ground blind, just always something.
Eric, did your family kind of live off the land? Is that kind of the environment you're from?
No, not really. My dad worked in a steel mill, and no, I mean there was always venison pretty much all year.
Yeah.
Because the deer population was so high, and that there was an abundance. So that's what we did. That was our meat. It wasn't always go to buy a store and buy meat. So we have venison, rabbits, pheasants.
I'm curious how many people watching us right now have not experienced that kind of lifestyle. Like they didn't grow up where somebody was bringing in some wild game, or as a kid, I remember anytime I wanted to go hunting, my dad was very supportive because he meant I was bringing food back to the house.
Right, exactly. Here for first day of deer season in Pennsylvania, kids have off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a holiday for people here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. Every kid has the day off for first day of deer season. So unfortunately, there was over 1.1 million when I first started hunting. Now there's over 600,000 now. So there's a dramatic decrease in kids outdoors.
Okay. Oh, wow. So, but there's still people living that lifestyle. They're going out hunting and.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. My nephew, he got into it so much that he moved to Alaska, and that's what he's doing. He got a moose this fall. He's a guide up there. Yeah. Awesome. So getting to start here.
That's awesome.
He dreamt of going to Alaska, and he's living that lifestyle now.
Oh, that's totally cool. When you say the word like camping, it depends on the person's background. It depends on where they're from or what their experience is, because, I got some relatives that think camping is in a motorhome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or the Hilton or.
All right. Speaking of that, let's take a quick poll, and you guys, everybody involved, man, everybody vote on this. My kind of camping is, tell us what kind of camping you got going on. Like, what is camping to you? What is it? And that's okay. I mean, if a motorhome is your kind of camping, there you are.
Yeah, my backyard.
You just probably will never see me in the woods.
Right.
All right. So off the grid. So for those of you that are not sure, off the grid basically means no internet, no phone, no cell towers, no electricity, at least nothing coming from any kind of, you're going to have to create your own. You're going to have to go off the grid.
Right.
All right. So we have an even here on Deep Woods, my backyard. Off the grid.
This is really cool. I really like this. This is really cool.
That's kind of where you start those, in your backyard. That was my first camping experiences was my backyard. You started, in fact, we used to camp and we would get when the watermelons would get shipped on the truck, they had these ginormous boxes, and we would get those from the store and make forts out of them. And we'd go camping in these giant watermelon boxes. They were awesome.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, they were awesome. And we would use those until the rain would just deteriorate them. But we thought those were the coolest thing. So sometimes camping starts in your backyard and you work your way from there. And for me, it would definitely be off the grid.
Yeah.
Woods,
Having said that, nothing around here can compare up there. I've been in remote areas in Pennsylvania, It's nothing like up there. Not even close.
All right, come on, somebody else vote. We've got 13 people watching, and we have 7 votes now. All right, so we got a little more than half of you in there. That's cool. That's cool. That's great. And anyway, I definitely appreciate you being on here. This is a lot of fun. And so
Oh, yeah, my pleasure.
I'm going to show you kind of how this platform works, and I definitely want to have you on again. But this is fun. You can do a poll. We can do different things. We're also going to do some giveaways here in a little bit, and
cool.
And so we'll do a couple giveaways and throughout this show, and we'll go for. I typically keep it about an hour. And I don't know if it really matters, but I don't want to take advantage of people's times. If you can stay for 5 minutes and watch, fantastic. Thanks for being here. If you're able to stay a little longer, or whether you are or not, maybe you can click over on the left where it says share the show and go ahead and share it out. It'll send it out different platforms. So if you can share the show out and get some more people to come in here, maybe for their first time, it's going to be fun. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for coming in. And if you have a direct question for myself or for Eric, go ahead and hit the question button. And there's a cost for it, but tell you what, your question will get responded to definitely. And as we grow, that'll become a little more important, because in some of these other platforms, as you know, Eric, the questions can come at you 20, 30 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And so and often I miss the really good questions because I'm trying to answer the ones that are maybe redundant, or I just miss them, you know. And so I get so many questions that say, what's the temperature?
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
that I miss really good questions that people, you know, that I could have answered, and I'm not able to address them. But anyway, in this format, it's a little better chance. People are hanging out. It's a smaller crowd, and we can do that. But actually,
I like this. This is cool. Yeah. Everything's set up right there. You can get all the comments, and everything's right there.
Very cool. Now, Lexi, since you can't, you know, play the games because you're an employee of this. Lexi's on there right now. You'll see her off to the right side of your screen. That's That's why I sent you some free books. So you got the books. I think it's okay for me to do that. I just wanted to get you some. And as you read those, I would love to hear. They're awesome. Okay, I would love to hear if you've got into any of those books. I'd love to hear some feedback from you. That would be great. But speaking of books, I'm going to do a book giveaway. So let's do a book giveaway. We're gonna spin the wheel.
I'm trying to get
it's a grown-up version of Spin the Bottle, but without kissing. So we're going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to give away the very thing I just gave to Lexi. I'm going to give away the platform building series. I'm going to give away 3 books right now. All right. So let's give away 3 books, and that's what we're going to do.
Awesome.
We're going to give them away. So all you got to do is all people have to do is jump in there. You've been on this platform before, right? Watching, haven't you, Eric?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you've been a viewer, and this is your first time as being a guest. Maria is in here. Book giveaway, yeah, she said. Okay. You started the first one today, Lexi. Okay, great. Yeah, you should tweet out a quote or something that you enjoyed, then I'll know. Oh, okay. That was good to put in there. Awesome. All right. So right now it's a 1 in 3 chance of winning this. So get your name in there if you haven't already. Get your name in there. You've got another minute to do so. So I've got a couple video clips that we're going to play here in just a minute, right after we do this. This first one is probably one of the first video clips that I made in iMovie, and it's just from iPhone footage and whatnot. On one of the remote rivers in Alaska, but it's one of the first videos I ever uploaded to my YouTube channel. We're not going to watch it from YouTube. We're going to actually hope there'll be less delay. We're going to watch it directly from my hard drive, but it's a short video, and I want you guys to see it. So we're going to play that next. But right now we got 40 seconds, and we have 3 people who have entered. Oh, come on, people.
21 people. Let's go.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out on winning some stuff here. And so apparently you don't like to read. I'll tell you what, this platform building series, though, it is literally all about helping your brand, helping your time on social media. So whatever it is, that whatever platform is your gig, whatever it is, especially live stream. That's kind of where the focus of these books are. But they're 3 books, and I also have them on special on my website at PapaBearAlaska.com. And also you can get these books on Kindle. You can get them on iBooks as well. So they're published, they're out there. And 3, 2, 1, Shazam! Here we go. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Oh, I like it. I want to change that. It says, "Are you feeling lucky?" I want to change it to "Feel lucky, punk." Don't you think that would be good? That would fit my brand a little better.
That'd be cool.
Feel lucky, punk.
Ooh.
Whoa! And we have a winner. Are you ready? You've got a few seconds here to accept, and we're going to bring you on. Does it work this way, or you like the other method, huh? We're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to invite you in. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Bam. Okay. And let's see. Did I just lose somebody? So if you did that, I think we'd go 3 screen if you went the other way. You saw. So Eric, I just bumped you out by accident. All right. So we're Lexi. We're still, I'm a newbie. We're still learning this thing. So we're going to see if we can get you in, and we're going to try. Did the other one not work? It didn't come in. Okay. All right. So we're coming back. All right, Eric. Testing. Guys, hang tight. Eric's coming back in. We accidentally hit the wrong button and booted him. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't get blocked. We just accidentally kicked him out. Accidentally kicked him out of the forum. And so I think we need here we go. We're trying it one more time, all right? We're gonna give this another shot and get Eric back in here. Alrighty. Let's get, while you're doing that, let's well, we have a video about ready, so as soon as we bring him in, I wonder if we can do both. Lexi, can I have a guest? You can't come in. I'm at work. Alrighty, I get it. No problem. Thanks. So we'll catch you one of these times. We'll catch you when you're not at work. Can't have 2 yet. Oh, 2 people or just 2 screens. Can I have a guest in there like Eric and then also show video, or is it video or guest? One or the other. So guys, I'm talking to Lexi, who's off to the side. Yes, but that may reduce the quality. Okay, so we're better off in this version doing one or the other. All right. So tell you what, let's give Eric a little time to regroup. Eric, if you're watching and listening, you might want to do a restart or a refresh. While you're doing that, we're going to play a video. So go ahead and let's go ahead and play a video here. Okay, guys, you're going to love this. Seriously. It's like glass in that water. Not that any of you care, but this is the Tullavana River. It's a river that flows through Minto Flats, comes out of the mountains. It's normally super windy, and we just caught it on a perfectly still morning, actually evening, and that's sunset there. My son's holding the phone, filming, and I'm blocking the sun with my eyes. You saw it with my hand there, so I could actually see. Because when you're cruising along, we were cruising about probably 25 miles an hour at that point. You definitely don't want to hit something that time of year. You could hit a moose swimming across a river, and so you want to see where you're going. But that was pretty cool. Did you guys enjoy that? Could you see it okay? All right, here we go. All right, we're down at the bottom. Was that cool? Beautiful. Yeah, excellent. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go off of memory here, but actually, I've got some really cool shows. So is going to be pretty kicking. So we've already got some other people today. We got Eric back. Are you back now?
Yep.
All right. So we're still learning the process, Eric, and we clicked the wrong button and booted you out, and that wasn't the plan. So apparently right now the videos play better if we kick out a guest. So I'll probably hold off on any other videos, and I'll just kind of save those till the end. And real quick, to our winner of the books, all I need is your email. I literally can just send all of it to you via email. It's going to be an EPUB version. It's the same version you get if you download like from Kindle. And so if you can just send me email, it'd be great. And that's PapaBearAlaska@gmail.com right there on the bottom. PapaBearAlaska@gmail.com. So appreciate that. And if you ever have questions about Alaska or about a show or about, hey, what's going on, you can always email me at that same address. I have access to it, from phone or iPad and whatnot. So that'd be great. Real quick here, let me tell you a few things. So today's Outdoor Life, we're going to talk about that. Coming up next at the end of this month, which is going to be next week, my wife is going to be co-hosting with me. We're going to be talking about New Year's 2018. And after that, we're going to do a travel show. I've got some amazing people coming on all of these people, Eric, the people that are coming on the travel show, them all. I'm seriously
cool.
Like, there's not one of them you don't know. They're all huge, just have really big followings, and they're all people of travel. So I'm not going to give away who they are just yet. Watch my Twitter. I'll start posting that. Then I'm going to do a wilderness show, and my son Cody's going to jump in there with me. He goes on just about every wilderness adventure I go on, and he's the best camping partner on the planet. And then after that, which is February 15th, guys, I have confirmed that a good friend of ours are going to be here right here in the living room, and he's going to be my co-host on the show, and he's a professional dog musher. He's an amazing guy, and I've asked him to bring a dog with him. So he's going to bring one of his Alaskan Huskies. He's raised every dog from a pup. I mean, if you come to Alaska in the winter, I can give you his number, and he'll take you out, and he does tours, private tours. So he'll do a 1 hour tour, half-hour tour, or an all-day tour, or a 3-day tour. Okay, a 3-hour tour.
That sounds really good. I really like that.
Gilligan's Island just flew through my head there for a minute. But then we're going to talk about publishing a show after that. We've got so many shows planned out. It's going to be pretty exciting. I got a feeling the dog mushing show is going to be like lit because so many people like dogs. I mean, how can you not like an Alaskan Husky, And so I don't know if I've ever really met a dog hater. People like dogs. They may not like all dogs, but they like dogs. And there's something about Alaskan Huskies that are really cool. But it kind of goes along with today. We're talking about outdoors. And let's get ready to do another poll because I love these polls. This one's just for fun, and I want to see what you guys think. Hopefully you've been inviting people out and sharing this and letting people know that we're live right now. And what I try to do, Eric, is because it's a brand new platform, I'm trying to go live on my other platforms like I did earlier on Periscope and invite people into this. How to do it is because you got to get people in. It's such a brand new platform, and I think it has the potential. Yeah, Alexa, you love dogs. You're going to love these. You're going to love this show, seriously. But I think this potential of being phenomenal. I really do. And I'm not saying that just because Lexi's listening. Okay. I'm saying that because I really believe that you guys are taking the time. They're really taking their time to put put some things and abilities into this show and into this platform that other apps and whatnot maybe think of as an after fact, but don't really think about it ahead of time. And so it really looks like they've done their homework, and I really appreciate that. So we're going to get ready and take a quick poll. So guys, what is your biggest camping fear? Come on. Some people don't go camping because they're afraid of something. What is your biggest camping fear? And let's see what we got here. Let's get some votes in. Okay. Eaten by a bear.
Crazy, man.
Losing internet connection. Oh, come on.
That would be brutal.
I know some young people who literally, they come out to our camp and the first thing they ask me, and keep in mind, we have a camp, a suicide prevention camp. You'll hear more about it later. That is operates. It's literally 150 river miles away from the closest road system. So you drive for like literally hundreds of miles, hours and hours on these gravel roads. Then you get to the river, hop in a boat, and go 150 miles to this camp. And so we get young people out there. They're part of work teams. They're part of different organizations. They come out there to volunteer. And the first thing they ask me is if we have internet, or they want to know how they can connect to. And we're in the middle of nowhere. And it's just, but that's their first concern is like, how will I live without Instagram? Like, will I cease to exist if I can't connect to Snapchat? Will I, if I can't snap it, will blood quit pumping into the extremities of my body? I don't know. And so it's really kind of interesting. All right. So we've got, let's get a couple more votes in here. We got 6 right now. 50% would say eaten by a bear. Nobody has a fear of getting lost in the woods. Did you know that more people die from being lost than being eaten by a bear? I would have to say more people, the potential of you being lost in the woods of Alaska, you would put kidnapped, but a severe storm. Okay. A severe storm could be it. Getting lost. I'll tell you what, I have been out in the woods when there's like a whiteout. The snow is so bad and you literally can't see where you're going. I've been in the truck and we just had to stop. We can't even see where the road is. It's a complete whiteout. So you don't know if you're going off the mountain or on top of the mountain. And that's when it gets kind of scary. All right, guys. So biggest camping fear. Eric, tell me of that list. What would you vote?
Well, I wouldn't be worried about. I would say getting lost.
Probably getting lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be worried about a crazy man or a bear or wolves. If I had a gun, I wouldn't be worried about.
Yeah, and if I'm in the woods, I always have a gun. I mean, that's just
exactly.
Up here. My goodness,
Right.
If I'm in my backyard, I usually have a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I've been attacked by bears, meaning they've chased me, and I've had to drop them, and I've had to dispatch a wolf in our camp who was trying to harm some people. But kidnapped by a crazy man, I think if you were younger, that would be pretty scary, like one of those movies. But getting lost, I'm really surprised it has 0 votes right now, because getting lost would have to be, I thought it would be the number 1 for most people. But eaten by bears is right up there. A lot of people have a fear of that. I know people.
Clarence says the iPhone with the map app, I see.
That's true. That's true. That's good. I should have had that one. All right, we can close that out. That's kind of interesting. Isn't that fun though, doing these polls? It's
that's really cool. I get that all the time when I'm walking through the woods. There's somebody behind you, or there's a bear or a Sasquatch or something always. And they're like, look, there's a Sasquatch. So what am I going to do one of these days? I'm going to have somebody draw something like a Sasquatch when I'm out on my walks.
I don't know.
It'll really get them.
Yeah, for years as a kid, I thought when they talked about Sasquatch, I thought it was a vegetable. It sounds like something that like grandma would cook up a mean bowl of Sasquatch or something. But they call it Bigfoot. And
spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti. I like spaghetti squash. That's good stuff. That's
Sure
good.
is.
All right. So if you could tell everybody your probably, and I know there's categories, so I'm not going to say scariest, but let's say most intense outdoor story, the most intense outdoor experience you ever had.
Oh man, wow. Well, a couple weeks ago, I fell down a steep hill. I was taking photographs, pictures, and the hill it was a really steep hill. I got to get my arms and my hands because I'm not used to this camera setup. So yeah, I was taking photographs, and it was a really steep hill. And anyways, the
Wow.
leaves on it were really wet. And when I walked over a hill, I slid down a hill. And I went down my back, slid down this hill. It was a couple 100 feet, and it was like a straight drop off. Luckily, I turned on my side. As I turned on my side, I flipped. So I went face first down towards it. So now I'm on my belly sliding down towards the stream. But when I landed right, my camera got smashed when I landed. So I landed on my camera, yeah. So I was face first by the stream.
Yeah.
And God was watching over me that day because I only had some scratches on me. But yeah, it was a really steep hill. And it's totally amazing. I didn't get any broken bones or anything.
Yeah. I mean, if you messed up a leg, you could have been stuck there for a while.
I would have been in really deep trouble.
Yeah.
Really deep trouble. It was bad. I should never put myself in that situation. You know, I thought, with those leaves, and I didn't know there was a lot of slate rock underneath it. So when I stepped, I just shot right down the hill like a
wow. Wow.
I fell through ice once.
Well, I'm going to show my most intense moment, but I'm going to wait till I'm done talking with you, because I'll probably show it near the end, that video, because it's one I want everybody to see it. But you probably saw it because I know you've cruised around my YouTube channel before. Yeah. But I had an encounter with a wild animal that was pretty crazy. Now, we have encounters a lot with wild animals, and typically if it's out in the summertime and out at our camp, it's bears. And so we say the three biggies are what you're always trying to keep out of your life, which is bugs, bears, and bees. So we don't really have traditional bees, but we get these big old hornets. And but the bears increasingly have gotten worse over the years. And so we live in an area where there's a really imbalance and just a massive number of predators. And because of that, your moose and other wildlife have just really shrunk down to almost nothing. And so bear encounters are really, really common. In fact, they've gotten so thick that now bears are predators to other bears. And that's pretty common. But yeah, I'll play the video in just a few minutes. I want you guys to hear it. It's literally crazy. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for coming in. And really appreciate you guys being here. This is so cool. So real quick, I'm going to take a moment to look at people's comments, and excluding Lexi, of course. But what do you guys think of this format so far? I mean, Eric just gave his opinion, but you get people that are watching. What do you guys think of this format, this platform called Gravy.Live? Just what's your first impression? Or, Clarence is liking it. And I'm liking it because Clarence is right here next to me, and he's doing all of the typing so I can focus more on the show, which is great. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Debbie. That's awesome. All right. So it's cool. Ashley thinks it's cool. All right. Miss D gave it a thumbs up. Jackie Curl, it's good. And on my computer, but choppy on the iPhone. Okay. That's good to know. So it's good on the computer, but choppy on the phone. All right. I think they're still working on those bugs. And it's going to be awesome when it's fully up and running on all these different devices. That's going to be really cool. So it takes a while to get there, but this is a whole lot of fun. And real quick, while you guys are thinking about that question, you'll see at the top right, there's a red button called join. Now, you know, it's such a new platform that it's hard to get people to maybe wrap their mind around it. But I'm literally creating shows for my members only. So if you click on that and it's a $5 a month membership, I'm going to be showing footage first to those people. I'm going to be showing behind the scenes footage of our new TV reality show that we're literally working on right now. And one of the reasons that we're kind of hustling to get this show done and we were running late is, if I showed you around just a little bit here, we've kind of reconfigured computers and all of our equipment. In fact, I'm going to flip the screen around so you can see what I see here. And so we're actually, there you are, buddy. Look at that. Is that crazy? And
That's
so
wild.
we're setting up and actually doing our editing right here in our home. So we're editing an entire season of Alaska Missionaries. And so we already have television locations where this is going to air. Now it's a matter of just producing it. And we have literally hundreds, over 400 hours of film that we have to go through. This is high definition and 4K footage, amazing B-roll, all the way from the interviews to boat and airplane and drone footage. And as we're mixing this, we're going to take clips and show the actual mixing process and give total preference to our memberships. So those that are members, you're gonna see and have access to things that I'm not going to show. Some of it I'm not going to show at all anywhere else. And then the stuff that will be released, you'll get first release of it. You'll get exclusive rights to view that. And so it's going to be pretty cool. That's for our memberships. So consider being a member of the PapaBearAlaska show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, how are we doing on time? We started like 20 minutes late, but I don't want to keep people really late because I messed up the time they didn't. So I appreciate you guys. We already had a bunch of people in here waiting for us to start, and that was way cool. Do you want to get ready for another? We'll do that poll last, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's do the number 6 right now. We have them numbered here, so we kind of know what we're doing on our end. But so we're going to get ready and do a poll here. And this is going to be a camping question. So I want everybody to jump in and get involved. And so it's one of those where there's a sentence and then you guys finish it. So the question is, the sentence is, yes, I have. And then you're going to finish it. Okay. So it's like, yes, I have been lost in the woods, or yes, I have nearly frozen to death, or yes, I have been camping alone, or yes, I have roughed it in a hotel. So that's the 4 answers. And so it's the yes, I have. So let's go ahead and tell me, you guys, what you think. Yes, I have. Can you bring me some water, bro? Thank you, bro. Yeah. All right, guys, we got 2 votes coming in. All right. Yes, I have been lost in the woods. I think we all have. If you've done any kind of wood stuff, you got to get lost at least once. Ashley's roughed it in an RV. That almost counts as a hotel. And pretty crazy. Thank you very much. Excellent. Well, most people have said been lost. Yes, I have been lost in the woods. Nearly frozen to death. I don't know. That's one of those terms where people go, I'm freezing to death. See, people say that all the time. And it's because it's 58 degrees or something. And I'm freezing to death. Like people in Florida, I think anything below 60, they could die.
Yeah.
They could literally just fall off the planet, shrivel up, turn into ice cubes. I'm not sure how that works. You know. So, all right. So, yes, I have camped alone. So camped alone means you don't have friend, husband, wife, brother, sister, nobody with you, like no guide. You're just literally in the woods and you're camping alone. I've done it. It's really different. I've done it several times, especially in Alaska. It's different because you don't have anybody to watch.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So when you're sleeping, you're kind of thinking, if I encounter something right now, you know. So I remember a few years back, I've got some gruesome photos that I will not show on this show, but there was a Eskimo from up north, and he literally was in his wall tent, large wall tent, and he was up there hunting, but he was alone, and a polar bear came in, and he literally survived, but the polar bear ate up most of one of his legs. And it was the cold that saved him. It was so cold outside that he didn't bleed to death. But so when you're alone, you kind of got nobody. That can be kind of interesting. So, all right. So it looks like we've got 60% say been lost in the woods. That's probably a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good answer. Anybody else want to vote real quick? We have 15 people watching. This is cool. I appreciate you guys coming in here. This is way fun. Let's go ahead and end that. I think everybody's had a chance to vote. So that's fun. We can do polls. And as you saw, we spin the wheel and can do some contests and a whole lot of fun. And I'm going to do one more before we end here. We'll do another spin the wheel and give away the same set of books one more time. And way cool. So guys, we do have some really, really cool shows coming up, as well as next week is going to be pretty cool. And I've got a book that was just released, a day and a half ago, 2 days ago, was it? And so I think this is going to be a really fun book to talk about. And I'm going to be giving, actually on that show, I think what I'm going to do is everybody in that show, I'm going to give the book away. I'm going to give the book away to everybody that comes onto that show. All they have to do is just give me their email address, and I'm gonna make it available to everybody that joins that show. Yeah, I think I'll even promote it that way. So it'll be fun. It's a brand new book, so it'll be like a kind of an entry level offer, and we're gonna get everybody doing that. But so if you can tell me, what is your what fits the perfect outdoor scenario for you? Like, what is that thing that, like, man, I really want to do this, and it whatever those elements are. Like for some people it might be to climb a certain mountain but what is your thing? What is the one perfect scenario outdoors for you?
Well, it's actually right up in your neck of the woods. That to me is perfect, because you're never going to see that around here. Like I said, the animals, just the scenery alone, it's breathtaking. Wherever you go up there, you take millions of pictures, and when you see it in person, it's totally amazing. There's nothing like it to me.
Wow.
When you're flying up in a plane, and all you see is woods and water, and the wildlife, and it's there's nothing like it. Yeah, it really is amazing. And for those of you that are concerned about wildlife being diminished or something, Alaska is so widespread, and most of Alaska doesn't have a road system. So the majority of Alaska is well naturally protecting the wildlife, and they're just hard to get to. So even if you fly over and see a herd of this, that, or the other, there's no place to land. And it's completely illegal to use a helicopter for any kind of gathering of wild game, whether that's fishing or hunting. It's completely illegal. So if you don't have a landing strip near that herd of caribou, or if you don't have a place to land where you spotted that moose, then you're talking about days, if not weeks or longer, to hike in. And so it just, those animals have a really, really good opportunity to grow and flourish. I know the current herd of caribou in our area, when I came here, there was about somewhere around 12,000 in the herd. And they're running, last I heard, over 60,000 in that herd now. They've been managing it right there. There you go. Look at there. We got some deer. Now, would that be whitetail? No, that's caribou.
Is that a piece of caribou? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
You brought it down.
Yeah, it's from Alaska.
That's okay. That's a caribou shed from a young caribou.
Yeah, smaller shed. There's got two of them. My nephew gave them to me.
Oh, that's so cool. You could probably use them for deer hunting, though, and use them as a call, right, for deer hunting.
Here's some whitetail right here.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
This is
there we go.
This is probably like a 2.5-year-old. You know, this
Yeah.
is probably second set. And this would have been, I would say this is, I got to use it, his first set.
Wow.
So that would be his first, a 1.5-year-old.
Miss D said the Alaska's on her bucket list. You know, most people don't know those fall off every year.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them are falling off right now. I noticed some of them are off.
Yeah.
This one was a pretty decent. I would say it's probably a 3.5, at least a 3.5-year-old.
Okay.
It's pretty, I mean, you really can't see it, but it's pretty thick. It's the base of it's pretty decent size.
Wow. Yeah, the caribou are falling off about right now as well. So usually by February, they've lost all their antlers. And so get these ginormous, and then they'll grow a bigger set next year. Same with reindeer.
Yeah, it's
any of your
totally amazing. You know,
moose, you know, just like behind me. I don't know if you see up there on the wall, there's actually some larger moose. We're talking 60 inches, like 6 feet wide, and they'll drop those, just grow a new set. Yeah. And pretty amazing. I know reindeer, they've measured them growing 3 to 4 inches a day during the height of growth season, right around the
That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty amazing. And so really, really cool. What kind of survival tips do you give people in your region? I don't know if that would differ because of our weather or our location, but what kind of survival things do you kind of like prepare for where you're at?
One of the main things is letting people know where you're going to be. You know, you're going to be at a certain location, you know, the time you're going to leave. That way something would happen, you know, people are going to know where you are. That's pretty much, I think, like on top of the list, you know, and if you can travel with other people, that's another thing. A good battery in your cell phone. That way something does happen.
Okay.
You got cell coverage.
I mean, like
in Pennsylvania. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, these seem to really make a difference.
That's very important because, you know, I mean, granted, there's some places that you won't get a signal, but you know, it's definitely important.
Right now, you started doing what I've been doing for a while. You started putting hand warmers on your phone. Explain what you were doing there.
Yeah, exactly. That works. That works awesome because if you don't use it, it's going to die really quick. The hand warmers, they help out a lot. Yeah.
So I'm just using, like, for instance, an inexpensive cover on the back of my iPhone, and then I will literally use packing tape, and I tape because packing tape stays on good, but it comes off easy. And I'll tape usually 2 to 3 hand warmers on the back of this, and I get them hot in my pocket for like 20 minutes, half hour before, put them on piping hot. When I go out in the field, it's going to help the electronics from freezing. So it's not the battery that's getting used up. On top of that, I found that if I can keep it plugged in with a cable into, you know, device, and if that charging device is pumping, you know, power into it, it seems to keep the electronics going. And so, Eric, you started doing that. You saw me doing it. It's funny because my phone will look.
I slid off of you.
I'm out doing an event and people go, "Hey, look at that phone," and it's got like hand warmers packed all around it and everything. But it's still working an hour later while their phone, they pull out of their pocket, freezes up after about 3 or 4 shots or some video, and so it keeps it alive.
Yeah, I did that down Pittsburgh. They had a polar bear plunge. Yeah, and it was 5 degrees. Everybody was looking at me like, "What's this guy doing?" You know. Yeah, that it lasted the whole time.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it definitely works.
That's awesome. Now, did you do a live stream of that event?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay, I must have missed it. Is that one of your replays?
Yeah.
Polar bear. I'll have to go back and watch it. That's cool. So that would be early January.
Right. Yeah. January 1st.
All right. So well, before I forget, because even today when I was on Periscope, people were asking me about birds, and I'm not an expert bird person, but I actually referred them to you. So you do a lot of bird watching and bird broadcasting of birds. Give us a brief overview of what that is and what kind of flying critters are in your neighborhood.
Yeah, actually, right now there's at least 12 different species of birds. Pennsylvania is pretty unique because where we're located, you get a lot of the southern species. We're the northern part of a lot of the southern species, and a lot of the northern species, we're at the southern point. So we're like right there. We get a lot of the southern species and a lot of the northern species, like right there. Same way with the trees, it's pretty similar. We have northern species and southern species where we're located. But right now, we've got a lot of cardinals, blue jays, chickadees are really common. Goldfinches.
Oh,
and so
wow.
when I stream it, I'm just using the iPhone for now. So I have it plugged into a power cord, 250 feet of power cord running from the house out to the tree. So that's how you're watching it.
Oh, so your phone is actually sitting out there.
Yeah, I hook it up just like with the iPhone, just like this.
Okay.
And it's actually fun. So like last week when the bird knocked it over, it knocked it over. It's dangling out of the tree. It's like everybody was laughing. There's my iPhone. It's dangling back and forth, and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness!"
So if I did that in the wintertime, it just wouldn't last. I mean, I don't know if I could put enough hand warmers on it, but we don't really have birds around my bird feeder in the wintertime, so it would have to be summer. But wintertime, it would be rough for me.
Yes. I don't even use hand warmers with this. If you just plug it in,
okay,
it's just from charge. Yeah, it keeps it going. Yeah, I don't even use the hand warmers.
All right. Okay. What kind of we're going to do a poll here next, but I want to set this up though first. This will be fun. Okay. For everybody watching right now, and I want you to respond as well, Eric, like what kind of food or what kind of critter would you not eat? And so here's a poll says, I don't want to eat, and then put the thing that's listed there that you don't want to eat.
I would probably eat all.
Yeah, I think I have eaten all of them. Not at the same time. That would be a pretty gnarly sandwich. What you got there, buddy? Well, it's an alligator, salmon, moose, beaver, frog leg sandwich. Come up with an acronym for that. All right. So right now, 50% are saying beaver. Oh, guys, this is interesting where it's going to go. We got 4 people voting. Beaver still. Are you serious? All right. At least nobody.
Beaver. Yeah.
Nobody picked on salmon and moose. I think it's kind of a given that everybody knows it's healthy. So whether you like meat or not, you at least go, well, it sounds healthy. Frog legs have got to be healthy because those frogs are really energetic and they can jump a long ways, What if you could jump further when you eat frog legs? Basketball players would be eating frog legs all the time, huh? It'd become it would become the food of the NBA for sure. That's we're frog family. So it looks like beaver, guys, is 40%. We got 5 votes coming in right now. This is going to really be exciting when we have hundreds of people in here, Eric, and you've got crazy amount of people voting. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. That's what I'm looking forward to. But I'm getting the feel for it now anyway. But I appreciate all 5 of you voting. So let me say, because the majority of you picked beaver, I would have to say, my opinion is that beaver is one of the most underestimated meats on the planet. It tastes amazing. It's a process to cook it, which I won't go into all the details, but after you pull the hide off and you clean the animal out, you boil it for, usually we're boiling it over a big fire, but usually it's like 6 hours. You boil it till the meat wants to fall off the bone. Then you pick the meat off and kind of put it in a big frying pan, and we cook it in an outdoor oven with seasoning. And then when it comes out of there, the meat kind of just shreds apart like roast beef, and we make sandwiches. And so like a 40-pound beaver, we fed 60 people. And it tastes amazing. Am I right or am I right? It's an amazing food. And if I didn't tell you it was beaver, you would just go, wow, this is so good. You would probably think it's a meat you're familiar with, but it's really good. Beaver are vegetarians, so they seem to eat pretty healthy, mostly a leaf eater. All right. But so there's your little factoid about food.
Do you get people say it tastes like chicken?
Yeah. You know, this is what I've learned about chicken. The only thing that tastes like chicken is chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken tastes like chicken. Frog legs doesn't taste like chicken. I would take frog legs over chicken legs any day. Moose over beef any day. Beaver over a lot of things. I actually would take beaver over pork in most cases.
Oh, wow.
Depending on who cooked it, I really would. And probably a little better for you too. Definitely a cleaner animal, even though it's a rodent. Okay, caribou is Mama Bear's favorite meat. It's amazing. Salmon, we just had salmon tonight, king salmon. And alligator, it's been a while since I've had it, but if you live down in the south and southeast, probably a little more common. But the alligator I had was kind of a jerky. It was really good. But I've not had like alligator steaks or anything. This sounds good.
Oh, wow.
It all sounds good. Well, this has been way cool. I'm going to start wrapping things up though here, but I want to thank you, Eric. I'm going to get ready to did we have one more poll and then we were going to play this video? Let me see here. No, I guess not. We got it all.
This one here.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I want. Let's get that one set up. We're going to do this last poll, and then I'm going to say goodbye to you. You can stick around, and then I'm going to end things with a video because I want people to see this. And for those of you that are watching, let me tell you something. If you feel kind of brave right now, then turn up the volume if you have pets in the house. If you don't want your pets scared, you probably don't want to turn up the volume. But I get emails sometimes, or I get messages on YouTube and people tell me like these horrendous stories of what their cat or their dog did or what their animal did when they heard this video. So you don't even have to be seeing the video. You just have to be listening to it. So we're going to do this quick poll. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you, then I'm going to set up the video and we're going to play it. All right. So are you guys, looky right there. We got a dog. We got a critter right now. Looky there. What's your dog's name? What's your dog's name, Eric?
Max.
Max. Can Max hear me? Hey, Max. 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 Max got excited, huh? All right, guys. So what is the scariest situation in the wild for Papa Bear? So you guys have to guess what my scariest in the woods situation was.
Unicorns.
It wasn't. Cody thinks it's unicorns. That would scare me. If I was attacked by unicorns, that would do it right there. That would do it. Okay. Out of food and water. All right. So you guys think that food's pretty important to me, huh?
Okay, calm down, Max.
Lost in the woods. No, not anymore. I got that down. If I'm lost in the woods, I'm probably going to eat pretty good. So the scariest situation in the wild for Papa Bear. So is it stuck on a remote island? Because I've had that happen. I've been stuck on a remote island. Was it a bear attack? I've had that happen more than once. Was it lost in the woods? No, but I've been lost in the woods. Was it hearing scary sounds, or was it out of food and water? So the last two seem to be getting most votes. We got 5 voters. Not everybody's in a voting mood. Okay. All right. So if there's anybody else wants, so your tech guy misspelling hearing. Okay. Sorry, it's here. Yeah. That was my tech guy did some misspelling. I'm going to forgive him though, because he's doing the work for me. You misspelled hearing. I think, is it? I'm a hearing, heargan. I'm a heargan. Scary sounds. Well, guys, that was the answer right there. So some of you've got it right. It was hearing scary sounds, and I'm going to show you what the scary sound is. But before we do that, I want to say, Eric, thanks so much for hanging out with me on this show and talking about outdoor life. It's fun. We could literally go for like, I think probably 3 hours easy. I could go longer because there's stories to tell. There's food to talk about. There's camping tips to talk about. And we'll do complete shows just on that, just on camping and whatever. And in fact, I'm going to be writing some books on camping and outdoor life in the near future, because a lot of people want to know that information, and they'll send me emails and they want to know just basic stuff. Like they'll say, hey, Papa Bear, I'm going camping for the first time and I'm going to go to such and such place. What do you recommend?
Right.
And you got people like us who like grew up in it, and they kind of, they live that lifestyle a lot. We can help out. So anyway, thanks so much, Eric, for being here. Appreciate all your support on Periscope and on other platforms, and have fun looking at each other's pictures on Instagram. So before we go ahead and promote yourself. Tell people where they can find you, what you do, what you post, and just how they can follow you.
Yeah. On Periscope is the same name as it is here. On Twitter is the same name. Naturescope. And if you look on Instagram, it'd be Eric_15_15. That's my IG account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everywhere else, it's Naturescoper and Eric_15_15. I've been wanting to ask you, what in the world is that from?
15 was my number, always my favorite number. And it was taken. So _15 was taken. So then I had to go _15_15. I think it might just be easier to use the same all the way around.
I think you should. I think you should change it to Naturescoper and get totally branded. All right. So that's your work. Okay, that's your homework for this week.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. So Debbie says that she follows you on Periscope. This is awesome. Loves your scope. That's awesome.
I did a scope before I came on here and promoted. So
I appreciate it. Come on. I really appreciate it. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate it. And we'll stay in contact, and be sure and email me those dates that you plan to come once you nail that down. And I'll tell you what part of the Alaska I'm at. We'll see if we can't make a connect. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, buddy. All right. Well, stick around. We're going to say goodbye to you and close out the screen, and we're going to throw this video up there. And as we're prepping this video, thanks so much, Eric. So here's what happened. This was a couple summers ago, and we had a work team, and it was their last night out at camp. And in August, it starts getting dark again. Our 24-hour sunlight is May, June, July. And they said there's a woman screaming in the woods. And I'm like, no, I don't think there's a woman out here for miles. I said, yeah, there's a woman screaming in the woods. And so I grabbed my pistol and I went for a walk. And anyway, this is what we found. So you'll have to listen and turn your audio up. I'll try to make it sound good on this end. One of our last days at camp, we're quietly heading out towards the lake. We're listening to a couple wild lynx scream in the woods. That's a mosquito, by the way, you just heard. Yeah, this is like 11 o'clock at night. It doesn't look like night, but that's 11 o'clock at night. Guys, listen. Can you guys hear that? It gets really loud. Is that all the way up? Is that crazy? So I walked within 20 yards with my iPhone. Sorry for all the bumbling around, but wild Alaska. Is that, you've watched this many times on YouTube, Ashley? Guys, if you, it sounds better on YouTube. Listen to that. That was a big cat. They're not as big as mountain lions, but much bigger than bobcats. They're like the big cousin to the bobcat. The cats weren't even bothered that I was there. It took them a while. I got pretty close before they were spooked. And this one big cat acted like he was going to kind of head at me. So a lot of the noise that you hear is me holding the phone with one hand and pulling my pistol out of my holster with the other. This thing walked up within a few feet of us. Is this crazy? Yeah, look at that. Literally within 5 feet. Yeah, we thought it was going to leap on us right there. And what's crazy? What's crazy is these lynx weren't afraid of us because they'd never seen humans before. We were the first that they had seen, and that seems to happen a lot when you get way off the grid. But anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy that. Is that crazy stuff? That is just crazy, isn't it? So you can watch it on my YouTube, and that's just PapaBearAlaska on YouTube. And definitely check that out when you get a chance on YouTube. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up. I want to thank all of you for hanging out, and thanks for your support. Really appreciate it. And we're going to end it with our bumper video. All right, because that's what we like to do. So we're going to end it with the same video that we started with, and we're gonna wrap it up with that video. But guys, remember to be sure and follow. If you haven't hit the blue button, hit that, and that'll give you an update of when we're going to go live. And also, if you would join, I would appreciate it. Let's go ahead and join as a member. We're getting ready for member-only shows, and you're going to see some footage like that for the first time before anybody else does, and our behind the scenes of our actual reality show. In fact, I would show something right now, but I'm going to just kind of stay true to what we're going to do, and we're going to save the goodies for our member show. So thanks again. And guys, appreciate you being on here on the PapaBearAlaska show. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure and share this as much as you can and talk about it. And let's spread the word about Gravy.Live. So we'll catch you later. Thanks so much.
If I can't teach you one way, I'll teach you another. But I'm gonna get the job done.
Literally 12:45 a.m.
We're burning daylight.
Good night, Debbie. Thank you. Come on. PapaBearAlaska.